Welcome to Model Office's Monitor software, designed to auto-audit your compliance policy documents. The software integrates with Model Office's dashboard, and we are currently offering this completely free for the first 50 firms who want to access this auto-audit and regulatory benchmarking software features and benefits. The system uses artificial intelligence text analysis and is initially launched to offer advice suitability report template audits, which we've built with ex-FCA suitability expert Rory Percival. And there will be more coming very shortly across anti-money laundering, financial promotions, business continuity, client agreements, and more. So, firstly, click on Monitor link at the top of your regulatory dashboard results page, like so. Once you're into the system, you will then see how the dashboard is set. What we then like you to do is simply download the template. Now, the reason why the template is important is that you will need the template, like you can see here, which will effectively allow you to then upload your content from your suitability report template onto this document. Now, the reason why this document is important is quite simply here, every single section, know your customer, product provider details, and so forth, will have these headers. These headers are termed in the system as header 1. Monitor is a rules-based system. So what we require you to do is take the information text from your suitability report template, cut and paste it, and put it below these relevant sections. Please do not cut and paste any tables that you've got. We just need the text because, as I've said, Model Office offers the AI, artificial intelligence text analysis at this stage. So once you have completed that and you've got all the information in there under the header 1s, again, these areas here, not the section headers. Okay, once you've got the text in there, this means that you can then effectively save the file in your company name or a name that highlights the report content. And once you've done that and added all that information into that template, what you can then do is simply drag and drop a report across to the dashboard like so. Once that report goes in, Monitor will then, the algorithms will then effectively work their magic and read the text allocated in your template that you've pulled across from your suitability report templates. It will be the same principle for all other templates that we're building currently, as I've mentioned, across areas such as anti-money laundering and FinProm and so forth. So this takes a bit of time, but once you've got that document in, you can start to see that it's got the name of the document, that you've named it and saved it. It's got the date upload, it's date stamped and time stamped for you, so you can have that record for perpetuity in the system, uploaded by the individual responsible for uploading it, and then the status will be processing. And once the document has processed and has downloaded onto your system, then you can actually download and ensure that you can then save it in a place, but it will always be saved in this document repository. So there we go. This has now been downloaded. So let's take a look at what the results are from that particular document. So we'll open that document up. We'll get rid of that and we'll pull the document across for you, so you can then start to see how the results pan out. So in the document, you can see here already it's got the name of the document that we've saved it as, and it's also date stamped. And then below here, you've got the table of contents, which you can actually click on immediately if you wanted to, that the FCA, for example, and your compliance experts would expect to see within an advice suitability report template, for example. And then below here, you've got the introduction with all the introduction to how the system is set up, how it works, the features and benefits. The system is based on a rating system that we've designed, and the rating system is red, amber, green. Red is if you've got below, let's say, 40% of the regulatory information required. Amber between 40 to 80%, and 80% plus is green. And that's how the algorithms are set. And then below here, you can start to see the results of the document that was uploaded. The status here is green. It scored 96%, which is a great score because all the relevant information pretty much is there that the regulator or compliance audit professionals would expect to see. The issue that we're looking at here is personal and financial information in the Know Your Client section. And then below here, you've got guidance. Now, this isn't advice, but what Monitor will do, and as I say, we built this with Rory Percival, is offer you guidance and signposting, and it will also offer you benchmarks against the rules in the individual sections. So here you can start to see that all the individual rules and regulations are in there, which are URL linked, that you can click on, and it will take you straight to the rule of why this guidance and why this is important. So you can benchmark yourself and the report against all the relevant rules throughout. So you can start to see here attitude to risk. It's the same principle as you go through, and also in these individual sections, as you start to have a look at this, you can begin to see also in the guidance we've got sections to papers as well, because the FCA produce lots of good papers, which lots of good practice in those papers, and you can click on that link, which is important in this particular case to competence of staff, and it's section 1.3 of this particular paper with all the relevant rules that apply and so forth. We've also got in here good practice as well, which again is important because obviously the rules and regulations also signpost you from a regulatory stance, and as we mentioned from an FCA, the papers and guides that they produce to showcase what good looks like. So again, we've taken that and we've allocated it into the guidance here. So this is a paper which goes back 10 years now, which is still very relevant, that you can click on and take a look at the particular relevant section 3.9 in that paper. So that once you've done that, then it's a case of really tracking your original report against this guidance and against the rules that are benchmarked in these areas here. And then once that's been done, then you can make amends with your compliance professionals to look at strengthening, if indeed it needs strengthening, and make sure that you know that you're on track regarding all those all the relevant regulatory issues. So we hope you enjoy and gain value from this industry first technology. And as mentioned, we'll be adding more document functionality and upgrading and refining the system as we gain your feedback. The advantage of software is that we will always want your feedback so that we can make it better and more intuitive for you as this builds. And also with artificial intelligence, eventually this will self-learn as we get more and more documents in, and it will become a lot more smoother in the reports that it generates. So thank you for your time. Happy benchmarking and auditing.